it's either poor scheduling or extreme dedication that we are out here bright and early on a holiday nonetheless to tell you about the 2014 Toyota Highlander, which I'm enjoying the third seat of right now. Actually, that's only because I have the seats completely pushed up. Otherwise, I would not be enjoying any aspect of the third row of this vehicle, but I digress. The important part is the 2014 Highlander, as you might have already guessed from our first drive report when we reported in from Charleston, South Carolina at the debut of this vehicle, is much improved over all previous Highlanders, which we were not fans of. So we'll start with maybe the most dramatic part of the new Highlander, and that is the exterior design, which is actually what we'd call a design, where before it was very vanilla. All previous Highlanders were very just conservative and unstylish in our opinion, but this one has some bulk to it, has some upscale trim to it, and really I think it's a great looking entry in the segment now. We're talking about a bold upright front end, nice headlights, nicely sized 19-inch wheels, nothing crazy over 20s or anything there, just fit well in the wheel wells. We really like the greenhouse, very traditional, darked out, blacked out windows back here, pops the chrome trim nicely, big roof rails, nice look, nice size really to the vehicle here. It's grown up just a little bit over the previous Highlanders, which we always thought were a bit small for the segment of what they were trying to go for with a real family hauler. So a nice size here. The back, very traditional again, but just not as conservative as Toyota has done in the past. So now a true contender in the looks department, in our opinion. One of our favorite aspects of the Highlander update has been the improvements in the interior, where now we have great materials all around, a nice contemporary design, but it actually includes some smart features here, and one of them is this shelf. Now it's not necessarily pretty to look at, but it's very functional. It has some pass-throughs so you can put some charging cords down to the charging ports, the USB ports, and leave your phone up here. Other miscellaneous items that will go in there. There's some dividers so things don't slide from one side to the other. It's nicely illuminated at night with some ambient lighting as the rest of the cabin is. Really a nice touch there, and the same thinking kind of goes with this interior cubby here, where you can fit up to 38 cans of soda, as they say down south, and that's pretty ingenious as well. There's charging ports in there for a laptop or something along those lines, but pretty nice access if you need that much space. Great cup holders, good seating position, and not bad visibility out of this vehicle either. A nice traditional greenhouse really gives you pretty good visibility. And all the safety features are here though anyway. Blind spot monitoring. We have radar cruise control for active cruise control there. Heated steering wheel. Heated and cooled seats. All that stuff is here as it should be for a platinum trim that stickers out at $46,000. So there's a couple options we don't need, we'd recommend against. For one, Toyota gets away with charging way too much for a remote start, over $500 there, when other manufacturers, GM comes to mind, have been charging a couple hundred for years. So they're way overpriced in some of their options there. But other than that, a very comfortable place. The seats are comfortable. Second row has a lot of room, and this is really a nice seat there. I got the scalloped front seats, so I'm 6 foot sitting here with lots of leg room, good headroom, really nice features back here. They got nice sunshades built into the doors. That's a nice upscale feature. You can't tell, but at night there's nice ambient lighting back here. They haven't forgotten the second row in materials. We have all the controls we need here for our own climate zones. Heated captain's chairs here with folding armrests. Nice little flip-up table, provides additional cup holder space. And you can actually recline these as well. Very comfortable position. Really nice for a family vacation or something here. The kids, even if they're teenagers, are not going to be complaining too much. And they've come up with a pretty easy to fold second row seat, slide right out of the way, which gives you a nice stepping path to the third row. One problem we do have with the vehicle though is something that Toyota's been struggling with lately, and that is they're just not a leader in powertrains. And they haven't been for a while, but it's starting to get quite noticeable. Now, this is the same 3.5 liter V6. Now, no, it isn't falling out of the bottom of the vehicle. It just looks like it's sinking. This is just a high hooded vehicle, but it's the same 3.5 liter V6 that we've seen out of a lot of Toyota vehicles for a long time. It only makes 270 horsepower, which in and of itself is not bad. It's the torque that I'm more worried about. Only 248 pound-feet of torque, which for a good-sized vehicle is not a lot. Now, these vehicles don't have to be fast. I'm not worried about getting off the line quickly. It moves itself around fine. Part of that's due to the 6-speed automatic, but even in and of itself, the 6-speed automatic is nothing class leading in a class that's moving towards 7 and 8-speed transmissions as standard. So 6-speed automatic gets the job done, but the V6 just isn't anything exceptional. And then they actually have this rated to tow 5,000 pounds, which you will not want to be passing anybody with 5,000 pounds on this vehicle with that engine doing the work. That's just going to provide a very slow go. So, word of warning, to limit your towing, even though they say 5,000 pounds, I would be rethinking that. So Toyota needs to show us a bit more in the powertrain department. The other letdown with that engine, it's not providing that much power, and we're also not getting great fuel economy. It's rated 18 miles per gallon city, 24 miles per gallon on the highway, and we are struggling to see 21. So call it 20 in average driving that we've been running around with this week, and that's not very good by class standards anymore. They're moving closer and closer to 24, 25 miles per gallon. So we like the looks. We really like a lot about the interior, but there's still a few things for Toyota to work out. The good news is, when you're looking for a crossover, you've got some good options these days. The Hyundai Santa Fe is probably one of the most direct competitors in size and performance. So you'll want to check out and do your homework, but the Highlander is now something you should be considering, where before we wouldn't even tell you to waste your time. So Highlander is making good progress. Let's see a few more updates down the road, and I think they'll have things dialed in. I'm going to practice popping the hood.